out of the night that covers me, black as the pit, from pole to pole. I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. A horde of people remain victims of their circumstances, in one country or another, in one family or another, in this or the other tribe, in this or that religion. Over our birth, we have no control. Even in the most unfavorable circumstance of their birth, some take control of their lives with discipline, inner strength, and perseverance. The saga of Dr. Hamad, a well-known doctor in Kenya, is a case in point. His is a case of a doctor who walked in literally from nowhere and with nothing. From Korr, a desolate desert in the northern frontier region of Kenya. He was born and brought up, through no fault of his own, in a place that was deprived of all things that others in other parts of the world take for granted. Adequate amount and variety in food, portable and sufficient water supply, a safe and stable shelter, required school infrastructure, and trained teachers. He had to share the nomadic life of his people, who to this day are victims of the vagaries of nature, with the lack of rain and consequent drought destabilizing their lives, forcing them to move out of their manyatas, or villages, to distances of even 300 kilometers in search of grass and water for their herds. While several efforts and programs are currently in place to promote and affirm the role of education in the global quest for sustainable development, most of these efforts remain largely unknown and invisible in this part of the world. Lack of food and water, poor school infrastructure, lack of study materials, uniforms, health and sanitation, uneducated parents, distance, poor conditions for study at home, lack of teachers, etc., are some of the factors that hinder the educational activities in Korr. Education for sustainable development is an educational approach that, by being a catalyst for social change, promotes sustainability. This development emphasizes on the role of education and training in building people's productive capacities to stimulate, strengthen, spread, and sustain growth. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shade, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid.
Our main center of focus when we go back to school was always the mission, because that's where we will get games to play, that's where we will pray, that's where we will get lessons, that's where sometimes the father will make a retreat for all the boys and girls and we'll meet. So they nourished us spiritually, we grew spiritually with the mission, one. Number two is they also paid our school fees. For us, coming from Korr to, let's say where I was studying, Chuka High School, we didn't have fare, or sometimes if you sell a goat, it will only be enough to only pay half of the fare. So you need money for fare, you need money for school fees, all that was contributed by the priest. And then also the clothes also, they will initially when we were in primary school, actually we didn't, I never went out of Korr, I was always in Korr. So the clothes we used to wear, the source of water, most of our livelihood was coming from the mission.
Dr. Hamad and his wife is an example of what little help from better informed and well-intentioned people can do to transform children with a dream and help their own societies to transform. For the future of a nation is shaped in her classrooms. The Salesian mission of Korr in the Kaisu Desert was established in 1980 and swears by the theme of education for sustainable development. It has, with the help of empathetic individuals, communities and organizations, helped many like Dr. Hamad to remain focused and to make their dreams come true, and that with the goal of evolutionary transformation of the society in which they were born. Investing in people is investing in the future. It is an investment that yields returns far beyond its initial cost. Training opens the door to a better, brighter, and more dignified future. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeoning of chance, my head is bloody, but unbowed. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Lend them a hand, and the children of Korr will be transformed, and with them, their society.